So I will slide it in right here. It's a big opening, has these two little shelves, and you can just slide it in. This wheel over here adjusts how snug it's fit in there. So there's this little plastic thing, it's really clear, but if you move this wheel towards yourself, it moves in closer. So for a smaller tape, and then if it was a larger tape, I would just wheel it out away from myself and it would get larger. But this is a small one, so we're gonna move it to ourselves. About there. It just helps it feed better if it's snug. Now over here, this screw is for needle position purposes. So if I had a large tape in there, I'd move this over more, or yeah, it just depends where your needle is really. I'll show you more when it's on. But I'm gonna keep it right there because it is such a small tape. So let's go ahead and put it on. Okay, so now that we have our foot installed, our tape is already put in, we're ready to just put the fabric in with it. So you open up this little plastic jaw thingy, and shove it in there. And you do not really need to shove it back in there with it. As the tape is being sewn, it's gonna pull it there with it. As you can see, my needle is gonna be in the middle, but I don't really want it in the middle, I want it on the side. So that's where I'm gonna move this little stitch adjuster. I want it right on the edge, so I'm going to move it out a little bit and tighten it. And now we are ready to actually sew. And you can also switch this over, of course, to a zigzag if that's what you like. This opening really is wide enough, so if you wanted to do like some kind of decorative stitch, you could really do that. It'd be kind of cool looking. So something you can do quick and easily with this is just make drawstrings or straps. All you do is feed it through, let it pull it, and the foot really does all the work.
On a bias foot like this, it's easier to coax your fabric through first. You're going to slide it right through and see it come under from the back side of your foot. Now it's time to put this on your machine. Let's take a stitch or two to hold it all in place before we introduce our pocket. Now we're going to take our pocket and slip it right through. Once we put our fabric in place, you'll notice that the foot is actually a little too large for our bias, so we need to adjust it. You're going to take this slider on the side and just push it forward. To reduce it, you're going to turn it towards you. To make the opening larger, you're going to turn it away from you. It's really simple. We just want to make sure that the needle is lined up to the edge of our fabric. After you've got it lined up, it's time to get stitching. You can see the foot is doing all the work here, making life really easy.